So to start off, Alexis says, what is godly wisdom? How do we walk in it, and especially after a hard fall or messing up?
Well, the proper definition of wisdom is the accurate use of knowledge. I think that in our society, we're so proud of what we know. And, you know, getting as much education as you can is wonderful. I'm certainly not against that. But sometimes you can educate yourself to the point where it's hard for your head not to want to run your life instead of being led by the Spirit. And so the definition that I've come up with for wisdom, which you heard in the opening, but I love it, it's to do now what you'll be happy with later on. So let's say, you know, I can overeat for a month and eat a bunch of junky stuff, too much sugar and too much salt and on and on and on. And I like it now, but I'm not going to like it in 4 weeks when it shows up on the scale.
The
and
results.
I don't feel good.
Yeah.
And if we can just understand that every decision, every action is a seed we sow. And the Bible says, don't be deceived and misled, that we can only reap what we sow, nothing else. So you're not going to sow a seed of disobedience and have a great outcome from that. You know, it just, it can't happen. I mean, you've never seen anybody that wasted their money, didn't save any money, had all kinds of charge cards and had them all maxed out to the as high as they could possibly go, and wake up some morning and be a millionaire. I mean, it's just, that's not going to happen. We, you know, people say, well, you're lucky, or you're this, or you're that, but we have a lot more to do with how our life turns out than what we want to admit to sometimes. And so, you know, Proverbs is just full of points on wisdom. And as you know, I've written a book on Proverbs, and one of the things that I found so interesting in it was that there's so much repetition. I mean, you might have one chapter in Proverbs that talks about the mouth 7 different times. So,
because it's that important.
It's that important.
And it takes us that many times for it to sink in. I know with me it does, definitely.
And it doesn't do any good to know anything if you don't apply it in your life. And I think that's where we make our mistake. We think, well, I know that, but are you doing it? We don't really know anything until we're applying it in our lives on a regular basis.